Hello friends, I welcome you all to this class. This is mathematics class. Today we will be looking at this topic, the domain of a function. So in this video I will show you how to find the domain of a given function. Let f be a real valued function of real variables. Then we define the domain of f to be the set of all real numbers such that f of x is a real number. The meaning of this is that if you are given a real valued function, the domain of that real valued function is the set of all real numbers such that if you put those real numbers in the function, you are going to get what? A real number. So assuming that you have f is a real number, so I'm looking like the domain of f is set of all real numbers, set of all x in real numbers, so that if I put this x inside f, the answer I'm going to get will be what? A real number. I should not get infinity or an undefined expression. So I should get a real number as the value. So we are looking at those sets of real numbers that will produce real numbers as the value of the function. So with this, we'll look at the first example on this topic. In this first example, they asked us to find the understood domain of the function 1 over h of x. This h stands for what? The Heaviside function, the Heaviside function. So this is 1 over Heaviside of x. Now, if you have a rational function is a function that is expressed in fraction form. You have numerator, you have denominator. So normally we demand that the denominator should not be 0. Your denominator cannot be 0 because if the denominator is 0, you'll be doing that quantity, you will be doing something over 0. And if you have 0 down, you are going to get what? Infinity as your answer. And infinity is not a real number. So if you have anything like fraction, a function in fraction form, rational function, call such function rational function, the denominator should not be 0. So you are going to exclude all the points that will make the denominator to be 0. Those points will not be part of the domain. So let's start with the solution to this problem. Solution. So we want to find the understood domain of this function. That is, we want to find the set of all x such that if I put this x in this Heaviside function, if I do 1 over that Heaviside of that number, I should get what? A real number. So but we need to know the values of this Heaviside function. We have that Heaviside of x, by definition, Heaviside of x takes value what? The Heaviside function takes value, it takes value 1 if x is positive, strictly greater than 0. In mathematics, we want to say that something is positive, you put what? Greater than 0. So if x is positive, the Heaviside takes what? 1 as the value. Heaviside takes 0 value, that's 0 as the value if x is less than or equal to 0. That's if x is less than or equal to 0. That's if x is either 0 or a negative number. Then the value for the Heaviside will be what? 0. But look at this. This is we say that if you have a fraction like this, rational function, that the denominator should not be what? 0. So we are going to remove all the x that will make this denominator to be 0. Then the other ones, the other values of x will be the domain. Those ones that will make the denominator to be 0 will not be our domain. So looking at this, Heaviside takes only 2 values, 1 and what? 0. So it takes 0 in this range and takes 1 in this range. So we don't need the one that will give us 0. We don't need 0 here. Because if it has 0 here, we'll be getting infinity. So it means we will work with this first value of Heaviside of x. So that this implies that what? That domain of 1 over Heaviside of x, because this is the function we'll have, right? The domain will be set of all what? x greater than what? It is the set of all x such that x is greater than 0. That's from 0 upwards, right? Something greater than 0 is from 0 upwards, but 0 is not inclusive because you are having strictly greater than 0. So you have to use what? Open brackets at the side of 0. Then from 0 upwards, going to what? Positive infinity. So you use open bracket. So I use open brackets here as 0 because 0 is not among all numbers bigger than 0, right? Then that's all numbers bigger than 0, there are many going towards infinity. But infinity is not a real number, so I use open brackets at the side of infinity. So this becomes the domain of this 1 over heavy side of x. So thank you so much for being part of this class. I'm expecting you in our upcoming class. Bye.